Coach Jamie, T12. Alright, so today we are going to look at cheat days and refeeds. Alright, what do we mean by a cheat day? A cheat day is a day where you may eat an excessive amount of calories. You certainly wouldn't track it or pay any real attention to the number of calories that you're eating. You just pretty much eat to whatever amount that you decided of whatever food you decided. So, some of the characteristics of a cheat day. Unnecessary binging. There are people within the industry who have claimed that it will boost your metabolism. Unfortunately, this isn't the case. The scientific evidence shows that actually eating to an excess will not boost your metabolism in any way. It can take you out of a deficit. So what do we mean by that? Well, for you to lose weight, as you probably know if you follow any of our other stuff, that you need to be in a calorie deficit. So let's say that throughout the week you are in a calorie deficit of about 3,500 calories, which is going to equate to about £1 weight loss. Now let's say that you overeat your maintenance calories by 2,000 calories and you have a great big cheat day. What's actually going to happen then is over the course of the week, you might be in a deficit, but it will be very, very slight, and to a point where it's very unlikely that you're going to lose any substantial amount of weight, and certainly won't lose as much as £1. Therefore, your results are going to be very much limited. You can also gain an unhealthy relationship with food. So what I mean by that is if you see food as good or bad, it can then cause unhealthy relationships. What we try and teach is that no food is good or bad. All food should be eaten in moderation. If you were on a diet which you needed 1,500 calories, but you ate 4,000 calories worth of chicken, rice and vegetables, you're going to gain weight. So what we do need to look at is, rather than good or bad, we look at energy and calorie balance, and generally, are you feeling good, are you feeling energized, and are you eating relatively good quality food and still enjoying life? Alright, so this takes us on to a refeed. What's a refeed? Alright, so a refeed is a planned increase in calories. So when would we use a refeed? A couple of times. First time would be for a psychological break from dieting. If you've been dieting for a while and you feel you need a break, a refeed can allow you to have a few more calories, so you're not necessarily going to be stressing about keeping under a certain, calorie target. You can have a few more. Another time where we may use a refeed is if you have certain social events. So if somebody has a wedding at the weekend and they want to take a few more calories, what we could say is, right, maybe drop a few within the week, add a little bit more on and have a refeed on Saturday at the wedding, and then you can eat a little bit more food without feeling quite as stressed that you have to stay under a certain calorie target. So certainly a good time to use a refeed is to manage social events. Thirdly, when dieting for a long time, your cortisol levels can rise. Cortisol is a stress hormone which can cause your body to hold water. If you are dieting for a long time and you are beginning to hold a lot of water as a result of that, having a refeed for a few days can then start to bring those cortisol levels down. Generally speaking, unless you are dieting quite aggressively, it isn't going to be majorly an issue this, so it's not too often where we necessarily need to use a refeed in lieu of dropping cortisol levels. The first two reasons for using a refeed are the most likely out of the ones that we would use. Alright, other things. So as we said, you can go and enjoy social events guilt-free. Obviously everyone's going to want to go and do that, meals out with the family, go and do it. Just make sure that you stay within the calorie intake for that particular day. Will remain in deficit. So we're going to go back to, we are in a deficit of 3,500 calories throughout the week. You have a day where you go up to maintenance calories, you're still going to be in 3,500 calorie deficit throughout the week, which will then give you £1 of weight loss. Obviously, if you start to go over then the maintenance calories, that might be say 2,000, you're then going to start to go the other way and potentially not lose any weight. Understanding energy balance. So when looking at following a refeed, it's really important that we understand the energy balance. So energy balance is your calories in versus calories out. This has been mentioned in some of our previous videos. If you understand your in versus out, what it actually means is that you can enjoy certain things within your life, certain days out and the social things, or maybe you just want to have a little bit of chocolate at night. My apologies. If you understand calorie balance, absolutely fine. You can do that and then you can still get great results. Alright, cheers guys, thanks for watching. So if you are planning to, I don't know, go out for a birthday meal or do something with friends and family, think about your refeed strategy as opposed to your cheat day. Alright, thanks guys, bye bye.